What's going on? What's going on, soldiers? Soldiers. Day 75. All my spiritual soldiers, spiritual warriors. You understand? Um, Meditation is a powerful practice, man. Um, I think the most times as of recently, um, that I've pulled on these spiritual practices was in 2016, and I was looking at my lawyer was trying to tell me to take the 3 years that the judge and the district attorney was offering me, but a cop violated the law to make his arrest. Myself, I was driving while black, and the cop just pulled me over, and so I paid this lawyer, and um, you know, I'm a proponent of the law. I read the law, I study the law. I've been in and out of court since 14, defending myself, defending my freedom. And this particular time in 2016, I was 36 years old. I got a family, children, and the judge, the district attorney, my lawyer, all was like, "Yo, take these 3 years, you'll be good." That's 3 years away from my children for an unlawful arrest. I was in Ohio, which was medically legal. Had a medical legal cannabis program, and the cop pulled me over. He didn't smell no marijuana because I had concentrates. I had a good amount of concentrates coming from California, and there was no smell. It was odorless. This dude came to my car, tossed my whole vehicle before he found any crime. Pulled me over before any crime. Tossed my whole vehicle before any crime. It's a legal search and seizure. You can only search a vehicle if you feel like there's a felony present. You understand? So tossed my vehicle, tossed the car, ripped open my cooler, ripped open the contents that was in the cooler because my concentration was sealed. And I'm in racist ass Pebblebrook, Ohio. I think the population was just 1% black folks, up in Pebblebrook, Ohio. The rest was white, and I think it was like 3% Latino or something like that. Racist as hell. Racist judge everything, right? White supremacy. One of these sundown towns where they kicked the black folks out and it was just white folks left in Ohio. And so the odds was definitely stacked against me. But you know what I did? I lead to my spiritualness. I got deep into my Yoruba. I was practicing Yoruba at the time, and some other spiritual systems. My sciences. When you talk about spirituality and leaning deep into spirituality, you're talking about the sciences. I don't care what spiritual system you're in. If you really want to go deep into your spiritual system, you need to look at the sciences that relate to your spiritual system. And so I just got super deep into this, man. And I actually started. If you know, like I know, if you want something and you don't have something, start giving. You understand? Start giving. Start giving what you got. This is a form of me giving. I'm sharing freely. Somebody else grow up and get this and grab this information, grab this meditation stuff, and they go off on their journey. You know what I get paid? I get paid. That's one of my peoples. They don't never have to say, "Yo, thank you" more. They don't never have to acknowledge me. But spiritually, I turned them on. I put them on. So it's not an ego thing, I guess in the spiritual realm they'll tally it up. But I started teaching. I started showing people my spiritual practices at the same time, to free myself, to keep myself free, to keep my freedom. And I was able to keep my freedom and maintain my freedom. And I believe it was because doing to these practices and my energy is just too strong to be held against my will. But these practices, these spiritual practices keep me in a good place, keep you in a power place. I was held 5 days with no bail. What I do, I meditated for 5 days. In America, people don't know, it's illegal. You have 72 hours to give that person who you arrested a bail. You know, they refused to give me a bail for 5 days in racist ass Pebblebrook, Ohio. Meanwhile, this dude had just shot his neighbor in the face with a judge. With a judge. You might be able to find it. Go back to 2016, Pebblebrook, Ohio. Dude shot his neighbor in the face with a judge. What month was that, baby? September. Was it September? September. I was coming from Cali in September. Dude shot his neighbor in the face with a judge. Got bail within 24 hours. Got bail within 24 hours. They arrested me for a nonviolent crime. A crime that they had to break the law to get. And I couldn't get a bail for 5 days. I'm in there for weed. They put me in a pen. Now it's segregated. It's all segregated. They put me in a pen with white skinheads and white supremacists. For all you people who think I'm a hater, I hate and I'm so hateful and I'm racist. I was in a pen with white skinheads for 5 days. You know what they was doing? Giving me their food, giving me papers so I can write. I'm good at everywhere I go. So I'm thinking like, damn, this place is white. They ain't even got no place for black folks in here. I got to be up in here with the white. As I'm leaving, I passed a bullpen with just black folks in it. And another one was just Spanish folks in it. So they put me in a pen for 5 days thinking some shit was going to pop off because I was in there with some white supremacists, real white supremacists, the real ones, the ones with the tattoos of we hate niggers and swastikas and all that shit, all their arms and everything over throughout their body. You know what they said? They said, you in here for weed? They couldn't believe that. I was like, you in here for weed? That's how the parameters are tipped. Here it is. I'm in Ohio, Pebblebrook, Ohio. You know what the drug of choice is? The drug of choice is? Meth. Meth. Everybody was in there for cooking meth, selling meth. They looked, they couldn't believe. They said, you ain't in here for weed. What's your real charge, man? I said, weed. They said, you ain't in here for weed. I said, what you in here? Guns, meth. They started teaching me how to cook meth. You know what I mean? Started teaching me how to cook meth. I was like, I can't hang around y'all. I don't even want to dip into that. They got me in for weed. What you think they're gonna throw the book at me if I start dabbling in some methamphetamines? I said, no, thank you. But all these odds, I said off to say all these odds were stacked against me. Young warriors, if you out there thugging, learn how to meditate. That's what you're gonna have to do in the box. You know, some people take that other way out, and I'm not knocking you. You know, they pop pills the whole way. Some guard come in and give them a pill. You understand? You know, and I'm not knocking you. You know, but I didn't take nothing they gave me. If it wasn't out of the machines, or if I didn't, you know, if it wasn't an orange in a thing or an apple, some piece of fruit or some vegetables that was out that had no sauce, I didn't eat it. That's why I was also making friends with the skinheads, because I was giving them my meat, giving them my food, giving them my juice. They bring you a juice that's open that some guard mixed up. He could put boogers in everybody's food. Them juices that they give you in jail is heavily laden with all types of drugs. You understand me? It's such a horrible situation to be in these prison camps. And now we see they talking about apologize for the war on drugs. How you apologize about setting up criminality, and then you just created all types of criminality. When I got arrested in Ohio, I had a gun with me. I had the gun with me. So here it is, weed and a gun. You understand me? I have the constitutional right to bear arms. We all have a constitutional right to bear arms. They turned it into a licensing process. And then they kept black folks mostly out of the licensing process. And they just use judgment, whether they want to convict a white person or not. You understand? But I had the gun with me. These are disqualifications of being in these equity programs. If you get convicted for having a gun, I didn't get convicted. You know, I use my spiritual practices. My license was suspended. I had a ratchet on me, and I had weed on me, concentrates on me. No charges, thrown out of court. You know, and I said all that to say because these spiritual practices work. These matriarchal principles work. Covering yourself in matriarchal principles, they work. And I just want to send good energy out to everybody. You know, these are you know, with like a holy ground. When I come into these meditations, it's time to have peace with everybody. I don't hold any grudges against anybody. I release it all because there's something bigger and something more cosmic. There's a bigger cosmic thing going on here. And let people have at it, man. It might seem like wicked is winning. People people who don't mean good are winning. But there's so much more going on here, man. There's so much more going on here. I suggest that you live your best life, no matter what. I suggest you don't internalize all the hate and the shit going on in the world. And if you have to get in there and fight because you've been chosen to be some type of activist, you know, to be some type of, you know, all the spiritual people. I have a lot of respect for spiritual people who get their spirituality and jump right in the thick of things. You know, I have immense respect for people who get that spirituality and go help people, not go off in recluse. It's easy to be in recluse. It's easy to say, be in your 7 Hermetic principles, mind, mentalism, correspondence, law of attraction. You understand me? Polarity. It's easy to stay in these things without a whole bunch of bullshit going on. I don't watch TV first. I think the first time I caught Biden address was the other day. My wife and the kids just had something on, had it on TV. And I'm just like, man, turn that off. You're making me stupid, please. You know what I'm saying? I don't watch TV. Um, every now and then when I gotta watch my kids, you know, I'll watch a movie. I'll binge watch something. I was watching the movie with not a movie, it's a show with Forrest Whitaker in it, Harlem, Godfather of Harlem. Go check that shit out. Go check out Warrior. Go check out Warrior's powerful joint. They ain't made no more shows of it. I hope they bring that shit out. Powerful, powerful Asians and all types of Asians. I ain't never seen nothing like this. Usually when you see it, you know, well, you know what? Kung Fu Hustle. Kung Fu Hustle. That was a good movie. Asians was like an Asian comedy parody of Kung Fu fighting and shit. That shit was a dope ass movie. Kung Fu Hustle. A lot of fighting. If you like fighting, Asian fighting, a lot of fighting, martial arts and stuff. And it was comedy, straight comedy. Kung Fu Hustle. But go check out Warrior. You know, check out Warrior. Check out Godfather of Harlem. Go check out Dark Matter. Dark Matter. Some of these Altered Carbon. I like these metaphysical science shows and stuff. Go check out Altered Carbon. But if it's not something on demand or whatever, I don't really get into it. I don't really watch TV much, and when I do turn it on, I do like most people do. I do that binge watching, watch the whole series. But I don't know how I got into that. Why I even started talking about that. But you know, these spiritual practices keep you safe and free, and there's a lot more going on. You know, I'm not gonna go into all that's going on, but I want to tell people to watch out for your own energy. You understand me? Just be good. Just be good with you. Don't hurt nobody. Don't do nothing that's gonna hurt nobody. And be good. Be honest about your emotions. Be honest about how you feel about things. Be free. Lean to the matriarchal principles. What's matriarchal principles? Anything art, anything that has to do with speaking, anything that has to do with gathering information, any art, painting, drawing, singing, dancing, basketball, football. These are arts, martial arts, whatever art, you know, whatever your art is, or you orate, you sing, you dance, tell jokes. These are all matriarchal. What else is matriarchal? Good food, good energy. Communication is matriarchal. Look for all the matriarchal principles you can find and cover your family with. You know, patriarchy is all about gimme, 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 take, bust somebody over the head to get what's yours. The patriarchal energy doesn't share. They're not good sharers. Masculine energy, we're not good sharers. We take over type folks, the masculine energy. And that's what we run by, you know. And check out the story of Inanna. Check out the mythology of Inanna. To me, that shows what happened with the feminine and masculine, you know. And as the story goes in the Inanna book, what's I forget which one this one. I'll bring out a book for you. The book I have, because I think this is, I know there's dozens of different stories about Inanna. Um, but it talks about in the mythology of Inanna is how she was over everything, and she was a representative of the feminine principle. And because of love and compassion, she decided to make a space for the masculine principle and share with the masculine. So half would be femininity and half would be masculinity, patriarchal. And the patriarchal, once the patriarchal or the masculine got a little bit, it said, I want more. And the feminine kept on digressing. And in this period, you're talking about all of these wars breaking out across the world. You're talking about the Muslims and the Christianity wars, the Holy Crusades. You understand? That's when you're talking, or when you see this war paradigm just creep all over the planet. That is the patriarchal. War, 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 war. If you look at Christianity history, the conception and foundation of Christianity, war. And you had Arab wars, black wars against this Christianity. So Arab Muslims against the Christianity and the Crusades and such. But you're talking about a time on the planet where there wasn't even a word for religion. They didn't have gods. It wasn't a word for God. It wasn't a word for religion. That was the matriarchal principle. All was accepted under matriarchal principles. So, continuing with the story of Inanna, the masculine principle kept on taking and taking until they took over. And they only kept the feminine principle to steal and to take and to rape what they needed to maintain society. So the predominant thing right now, which is seen as strength, is the masculine principles, patriarchal principles, patriarchal war everywhere. Whoever got the biggest army is the winner, da 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 da. You know, all over the planet. You understand? That's patriarchal energy. And what do? They keep the feminine energy arrested, almost tied down to a bedpost, only taking from the feminine energy what they need to keep the society going. Because you have feminine principles. You can't have society without feminine. We wouldn't have taste. We wouldn't have edification of anything. You know, the feminine principle makes things so beautiful. So for love, what would you do for love? Would you love yourself for love? Would you take your time? Would you take the time and spend time with yourself for love? This is a real self-serving practice of love, self-love, you know, sitting here and just loving yourself, you know? And without further ado, I want to go ahead and get into it. It's Friday, it's trash day, but guess what? I already took the trash out. So I got time today. I got time today, man. And I just like to sit in these spaces because people might think, "Oh, I'm crazy," but I always have a peaceful space for myself. And then after I come out the peaceful space, then I'll be crazy. I'll be wild. I'll be free. You know, I'll be free. I'm just like a child. I'm like a big kid. You know, I'm free about what I feel, about my expression. If I don't like the shit, I'm saying it. I don't fuck with it, I'm saying it. I'm free. You understand me? If shit ain't going my way, I'm throwing a tantrum. I understand? Ain't that what Jesus did? Then he cursed the bush when he came to go get some olives, and the bush couldn't produce any olives, or the bush wasn't in olives. Then he cursed the bush because you're supposed to be there, universe. When I show up, you're supposed to be there with my olives. When I show up, I'm so expectant on my good. If when I show up, my good ain't there, oh, it's gonna be some problems, universe. It's gonna be some problems. You understand? I'll be good though. That's one of the things too. One of the alchemies. You can give vent to your anger, to your upsetness, to your frustrations, but don't hold on to it. As quick as you give vent to it, let it go. Because you did what you need to do with it. You don't want to keep rehearsing it. You understand? But without further ado, I'm really in a good energy, good space today. We got triple A's playing, which is the abundance gate. Remove all toxic emotions. Remove all toxic emotions. Attract luck, good energy, abundance, and well-being. So that's what this energy behind these hertz that I'm playing today. Triple eight hertz. I've been playing triple eight all week, but just not this sound, another sound. Let's get to this beautiful meditation. Thank you for joining me as usual. Powerful meditation as usual. Oh, good energy. Good energy for all. Good energy to all. Sending out good energy. Love energy. Empowering energy. Energy of acceptance. Self-love. Self-empowering. So grateful and thankful and appreciative to be able to have this space, to be able to make this space, to be able to share this space with you. Good energy and good love, y'all. That's it for me. I will see you tomorrow on day number 76. Wow. Whoa. Mrs. is doing cannabis equity minutes tonight.
Yes.
Fighting a good fight. Putting out the good energy out there. Holding the community accountable. Whatever you do, love what you do, man. Love what you do. That's all I gotta say. If you're doing it, love it. And if somebody else doing it and they love it or they like it, love it. You understand? Good energy away to all who will receive it from me. And I receive the good energy coming my way. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow on the other side. Peace.